There have always been those who have wanted to see over the horizon, to cross the lakes and seas, and climb the mountains. Explorers led the great migrations as humans spread across the globe, successfully colonizing all the continents except Antarctica, and slowly but steadily taming the wild places for their own uses. The lure of the unknown has persisted for millennia and continues to drive those today who search for new knowledge and new frontiers. Their stories have fascinated the public for centuries, and no more so than those from the exploration of the polar regions.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Seabourn Quest. We are now in the bridge of the Seabourn Quest, where we are planning our route down south. There is a lot of excitement on board because it's our last trip of the season, and we always are in for a treat when we go south. So as we sail down the coast of Chile, we'll have the opportunity to see some beautiful places, also sail through the beautiful landscape of the Chilean fjords until we reach Ushuaia, and then do our final leap towards the Antarctic. Remember, this is a trip where weather determines what we're gonna do, so fingers crossed that we have the most excellent trip of the season.
Hey everyone, welcome to Half Moon Island in the South Shetlands. It's a stunning day. The weather couldn't be better. It's warm, it's not windy, and it's an exciting time to be here because we have chinstrap penguins which are in the peak of the molting period. It's a critical time for them. It's a time when they are fasting, they are getting their new feather coats, and we have penguins that are in all the different stages of molt, from those that have just got out of the water really fat to be ashore for 3 weeks and to not eat during that time, those that are halfway through, and those that are almost completed. So yeah, a really interesting time to be here and a great way to start our Antarctic trip.
Welcome to Deception Island. Today we're at this beautiful caldera, this active volcano, one of only 2 active volcanoes in the Antarctic. And it's the site of the old Hector whaling station. There are a number of different structures that have been left behind. Most notably is the area in which they would have processed the whales. We have different pressure cookers and a boiler house that were used in the rendering of the whale blubber. We also have a number of oil drums. They would have been utilized in the storage of fuel, and throughout the season that fuel would be depleted as it's being given out to ships and resupplying of the blubber boilers. Whaling was an incredibly difficult and dangerous profession, and as a result a lot of young men perished in their line of work. And so there is a whalers cemetery here at Deception Island. Originally it was 35 graves, but the most of it was washed away during a huge glacial flood that happened from one of the volcanic eruptions. And those volcanic eruptions happened in 1967 and in 1969, and they were quite catastrophic, and they impacted heavily the operations of the different scientific bases that were operating here at this time from Chile, Argentina, and Britain.
Here we are on beautiful Couvreville Island, surrounded by the Danco coast, the Antarctic continent itself, and lots of gentoo penguins. There are somewhere around 4,500 pairs here on the island, which puts us at about 6,000 gentoo chicks. It's toward the end of the season, obviously. The chicks still have a little bit of down left on them, but mostly heading toward their adult plumage. The chicks are quite active, quite curious, very inquisitive. Many of them are headed down to the beach, and what they'll do is wait there for possibly another meal. If not, they'll start to swim, coming in and out of the water, playing, getting to know their flippers, and getting stronger by the minute. In just a few weeks, the penguins will all be gone. The parents will have finished feeding. The chicks will have to head out to sea and learn how to feed for themselves. And if you were to come back here in a month, this would all be frozen over, snow would start to fall, and there wouldn't be a bird in sight. It's quite a magical thing to happen here in a short 4.5 months. Penguins coming in to court, breed, have their eggs and chicks, and then they got to get out of here. Winter's coming.
I have been kayaking to Antarctica all my life, and here I am, in a frail craft invented by the Inuit, close to nature and seeing the penguin's torpedo, feeling the bounce from the whale's tail, and seeing the Antarctic terns with their beaks full of fish, preparing to fly back across the Southern Ocean, across the Drake Passage to South America.
Here we are at the glacier in Scontorp Cove, which is part of Paradise Bay. This is a tidewater glacier, which means that it's flowing from the mountains like a very slow river. It forms by deposition of snow on the top, and as this snow falls over many years and compacts under its own weight, this becomes ice. And this ice flows down slowly. In this case, part of the ice is floating. That is why this is called a tidewater glacier. Glaciers are formed this way all over the world. In Antarctica, of course, about 98% of the continent is covered by ice, and we are looking at one of the most beautiful parts of it. The place was called this way by the whalers in the early years of whaling, of which we are now doing in a different way because we come to whale watch. We find especially humpback whales here. There are many around because the population of krill now is exploding at the end of the season.
Standing on this viewpoint overlooking Nico Harbour brings to mind the poem that Shackleton was reading when he died on the 5th of January 1922. It just evokes that being in the outdoors, and it was a Robert W. Service poem, and just a short section goes, "I have flouted the wild, I have followed its lure, fearless, familiar, alone, but a day will come when the wild will win, and I shall be overthrown."
No longer a remote continent at the end of the world of little significance, Antarctica in the 21st century is now recognized as a key part of the global jigsaw, a driver for the models of our likely future climate, and a continuing test bed for the success of international political collaboration and cooperation. Its future matters to everyone.